Now the third leading rusher among rookies last year, it's Nick Chubb. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mayfield. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Mike. 180. Double time. 4 down.
From the gun, Mayfield in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Tyus Bowser make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Here's Jamie Gillen now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. With it is Brown. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. From the gun, it's Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. But he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he's got this down to the 35. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
And the Ravens first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They go to the former Saint, Mark Ingram. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. It's caught by Mark Ingram. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. Back to the ground, this time with Ingram. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. From the gun, Jackson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Jackson now, operating from the gun. He's got it to Ingram, complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. Tucker named the league's all-pro kicker for the 3rd time in 2018.
Go ahead and admit it. The only time that you get excited about Justin Tucker kicking is when he actually misses.
It's
and
rare.
excited is not the right word. Surprise is more what we're talking about. 90.1% coming into 2019. He's incredible.
Let's go. Do it.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Got a man open. It's Ricky Seals-Jones. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
I got kicked out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
King.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. But now it'll be 3rd down.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Here's Mayfield. He finds Beckham complete. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. A couple of first downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. Patrick Onwuasor up to make the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 44-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Check. Hey, alert, 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 alert.
Mayfield to throw it. He gets it complete to Harris. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 3rd and 1, here's Mayfield. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46.
That's another Browns first down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Set. 180. Check, 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 check. Tight end right. Tight end right. 3 down, 3 down. Check, check.
Mayfield looks to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Yeah, good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1.
Kill.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be 4th down. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. Now Mayfield on 4th down. That's complete to his tight end, Seals Jones. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it. But in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Chubb on the counter. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
It's caught by OBJ. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Mayfield leaves it for Hunt on the draw. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Kareem Hunt hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Browns have taken the lead. Austin Seibert on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go! Let's go!
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
1st down, Baltimore.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D. Man up, D.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Mack Wilson leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
That's an excellent run right there on 2nd and long. Didn't get back all of it, but a huge chunk. Now they're in 3rd and manageable and back on schedule and trying to pick up a 1st down.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield.
Let's go.
They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
And the Raven 1st down.
Got it. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike 53. Let's go.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup.
Ready? Right. 53. Mike. Here we go.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
You got it.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Back to you. I'm going back to you.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson is going to fire one deep over the middle, and that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Have to give a lot of credit to the defense on that play. They were prepared. Ordinarily, when they take the big shot downfield to the big guy, that's usually a mismatch that the offense is used to winning. But the preparation showed for the defense, and they were able to bat it away.
Check, Mike 42.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
The Browns drive about to get started. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense, and reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Mayfield now, 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys at 1st and 10. To throw, Mayfield. It's caught. Beckham. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. The Browns on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Throwing, Mayfield. And he finds Seals-Jones complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 29-yard line.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
180. Yeah, let's go set lunch.
Mayfield off the play fake. This pass complete to Higgins. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. A run for Nick Chubb. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Myles Garrett make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. And that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
Now, following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12.
Mike, 53.
Jackson now. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. Now, Snead figures to be an important veteran presence for Lamar Jackson. 2 years ago, it was a disappointing 2017 for Snead. That was in New Orleans. But then had a bit of a bounce-back campaign a season ago in his first go-around with Baltimore. 62 catches, 650 yards. Did have surgery in the offseason on his left index finger, but back to full health and ready to go. Jackson now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. But I think the ball's out. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground. Gets it. Just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Undercrush.
Throwing is Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw again. Jackson. This one complete to Ingram. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
He's got the first down inside the 10.
Let's go, baby.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Hayden Hurst, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are back within a single score. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
This is Hunt, and he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Second and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Throwing on second down, Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Mayfield, they'll find his tight end, Seals Jones. And they finally take him down, but not before he reaches the 43. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Come get some. Come on.
Mayfield down. They'll go screen here to Hunt, and that play goes nowhere. He's met behind the line, and a penalty flag may add insult to injury. Kind of surprised they accept the penalty.
The only thing that comes to mind for me is they want to move them back 5 yards because they feel good about their defense. But in most situations, you take the down. That's what counts more.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now Mayfield. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Going to the air again with Mayfield. Open man is Higgins. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Play fake. Mayfield. He finds his target. Beckham. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
40. 20. You don't see me in your nightmare, son. Hurry. Up, left. 48.
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. Over the middle to Beckham. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. That's good for a Cleveland 1st down and 11-yard pickup. From the red zone now, Mayfield. That one is caught by Hunt. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Kareem Hunt as the first half is winding down. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
A big play there just before halftime. 46 yards on the ground. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And and this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Here we go. Here we go.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
And that's the second sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
After the sack on first down, Jackson. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl quarterback Denzel Ward. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Tackle made by Tyus Bowser.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Right now, let's go. It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time. Hurry, hurry. Regular.
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. From the gun, Mayfield trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Onwuasor. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And it hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. To throw is Jackson. To throw again. His throw incomplete. Credit that break up to Greedy Williams. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
Now it's Jackson. Buying time to his left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
Good. 180. Come on. Watch the ship. Watch the ship.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Good. 180. Check. 48 to Mike. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Regular. Check.
Mayfield now on 2nd down. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Onwuasor. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. After the interception, here's Jackson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Miles Boykin with his first career NFL touchdown as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that's the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Check 99.
And again, it's Chubb. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up fourth down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So their woes on offense continue. That's the second pick thrown here in the third quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
Now left side on the swing pass. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Throwing on second and long. Mayfield. That's complete to his tight end, Seals Jones.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third.
Here we go again.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he completes it to Hunt. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Kareem Hunt with his third touchdown of the ball game, number 12 on the season. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that makes this a 9-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time, one-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. Baltimore was the most run-heavy team in the league last year after Lamar Jackson took over as a starter. And you think about Mark Ingram. He goes from a situation where he was sharing time with Kamara in New Orleans. Now he figures to be the top guy in the Baltimore backfield. Although I guess you could say he's kind of splitting time with his quarterback, Lamar Jackson. But a great veteran presence Mark Ingram is behind Jackson. Ingram now in his 9th NFL season. Here's Jackson to throw. That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson. Room here to run. There he goes left side. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick six. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they gave up the pick six. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Mike 42, Mike 42. Here it comes, here it comes. Hey, Mike 42, Mike 42.
Jackson. He's going to find his tight end, Boyle. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
Watch it, watch it, Freeman.
On third down, Jackson. Snead's got it. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. And now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 68 yards, as his guys are able to pull a bit closer. Well, plays like that make the O coordinator look like a genius, but I don't think he saw that play going that well.
No, I don't think so either. But, boy, it all worked out perfectly. They caught them in the right defense. Guys dropping off into coverage, their eyes averted somewhere else. And guess what? He filled the void with his legs.
Jackson from the shotgun. And this is going to be caught, so they do get it. And the 2 points, now they're back down to a 1-score deficit. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Hey, alert, 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 alert.
On the ground, it's Chubb. And an alley to run. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
I would dare say that these guys would have liked to have given their defense a little bit more rest since they gave up a touchdown their last time out. But alas, my man, that's not going to happen.
Yep, they're going to have to grab those helmets, get right back out there. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Jackson. Outright, this is Boyle, the tight end. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the 4th. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off right around the 43. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit. And
as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Ravens' 39-yard line.
180. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
They run it again with Chubb. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
I got you.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He can run for it, and he will. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. And that one hurts a bit. That was a golden opportunity to possibly put this one on ice, but he comes up empty.
And how big of a miss might that turn out to be? Stay tuned. There's still time left on the clock. This could be critical.
Still a one-score game. Had he hit that, it would have been 2 scores. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Jackson going to throw again. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
The Ravens on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 10.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. Let him know. Let him know. Let him know. Let's go. Let's go.
From the gun, Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Yeah, this is away, and I don't think Landry will get a chance to return here. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off, and he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Here I come. Here I come. Pistol.
They go play action here on 1st down. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
You got nothing to do.
Throwing, Mayfield. Open man is Higgins. He's at the 50. And they finally are able to take him down at the opposite 47. A big play that time for Cleveland. 53 yards.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
So forget about being backed up. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way across midfield. They run, shove. And I think we've got a hold here. It's a 5-yard pickup for the moment. Let's see what our referee says. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
180. Silver.
Running the jet sweep, Landry. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
Well, obviously they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now.
Check it. 180. It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day.
On 2nd down, it's Hunt. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
20. Twist. Point it right.
Mayfield now from the 50. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
It's a team game, but sometimes individuals do stand out, don't they? How about that for a twofer? Tackle for the loss on the running play on the previous down, and then comes right back and gets a sack.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Ravens will take over at their own 20-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. Now Jackson. Got him in. It's Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Nice big gain there from Marquise Brown, first-round pick out of Oklahoma. Of course, his cousin knows a thing or two about big catches in the NFL. That's Antonio Brown. And now Hollywood hoping to carry on the family tradition of solid production at the wide receiver position. They'll run on first down. Ingram. Wow, evasive.
Make a miss.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
First down, Baltimore.
Check 53. Kill.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down. First and goal, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Marquise Brown with touchdown number 8 on the year. As they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the fourth quarter. Now a big play here as the Ravens are going to go for the 2-point conversion.
Check three. Kill. Hey, turn it out.
And Jackson throwing once more. He's got it. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 22-yard line.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Get off the field. Let's go.
Mayfield now. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll go with Hill here on first down. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
If you're the coaching staff upstairs, you might want to file that play away. Do you see how fast the safety closed on that one? Coming up in run support, made a big-time tackle. Might want to try and check into a pass next time.
Yeah, got him for a loss. Really, really great play defensively. On second and 12, Jackson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 18. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Following the interception, Mayfield is going to float this one deep right side. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. After the interception, here's Jackson to Boyle here over the middle. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. On first down, it's Ingram. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
At the 37-yard line.
Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's second and 2. On second down, it's Edwards, and he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They toss to Ingram. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Mark Ingram with touchdown number 8 on the year, as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Tucker with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Browns drive about to get started. They're down here in a one-score game. At the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Mayfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Onwuasor. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 34-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Hey, hold on. Number 53. Mike 53. I got you, punk.
Down to a knee here. The defense